Targeted individuals, man. In this video, I'm trying to cover the fact that I'm kind of going off of what one of my I consider him kind of an acquaintance, maybe an online friend, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they don't think the same. But I don't have any current. I have maybe one possible friend other than that I used to play hockey with, and this is really strange. Is he? I said something. I was joking, but I was joking about something that was actually true. And in Kokomo, I got out of this facility called New Day. Right, I was trafficked in there and forced in there, and this is all. I'm using this also to build my case. Don't think, perpetrators, that I'm not going to just let you get away with this, and then years have passed and statute of limitations. No. What you've done, a level 1 conspiracy felonies, coupled with other felonies combined and mixed in, is there is no statute of limitations behind it. So what you're doing, be prepared. I mean, really, and I shouldn't even say that. That's allowing you to try to cover your tracks even more than you already have. The fact, though, that you're going to deal with the consequences, you're going to deal with the education that I'm attaining, because I'm going to not only get educated on this topic more, I'm also going to help catch you with the education, and I'm going to use it to literally like get you people thrown in prison. And for anyone who wants to say or think that that's snitching, how is it snitching when you're dealing with terrorists? And no, I'm not an SJW warrior. I heard one guy say that when I was in the bar. Bunch of social justice warriors. And one of my old, perp friend, or not perp, but just one of my old friends who I thought was my friend, is really a undercover douche. And a lot of them, man, they really are like The Walking Dead. They are like comparable to, they're just pylons. Look at them like pylons that you might need to kick over every now and then. And you may, I mean, that's what they are. They're pylons that have voices, essentially, and they're just looking at you like you're just going about your life, going about your way, and they want to get in your way. They're pylons. They want to trip themselves over, make you fall, or stick something in your path, another pylon in your way to block you. And that's really, I used to look at them like they were threats. They are puppet. They're puppet pylon. Many different ways to describe them, but really they're all dull to me. I mean, they don't resemble the same light that targeted individuals do. I don't think they've ever been enlightened in their lives. I don't think most of them don't even know what that is, actually. When you mention that conversation, or their take on it is, let's stop talking about that. Or, oh, that's more paranoia. That's what they'll say when you mention, I had this amazing spiritual awakening or enlightenment. And you know what I'm talking about? And no, you don't mention that to these dumbasses, because they either do know what you're talking about, and they woke up through, demonic entities. They awakened their pineal gland. Pineal gland can serve two forces. It's the seat of your soul. So you can use it to serve Satan, or you can use it to serve God. And that's really what it comes down to. It doesn't matter what entity you call it. In a sense, it does. If you're serving God, I think we'd all prefer and know the traditional name of what we call God as being called God. But if you're going to call it Yahweh or whatever, I mean, that's to you. But I call it God, and I know that these people are determined. They're upset with their lives. Because the puppet master, think of it like this too. The puppet master is up here. And there's a hierarchy of perps, and there's a level of power that they have among that hierarchy. Within, it may be a secret society, may be down here, and may be jealous of another secret society, or it may be, people you relate. It could be a number of reasons. People you're related to, they're jealous about. They're jealous that maybe you're coming into some sort of something that they don't have and that they want, and it's all based on this illusion of life, this illusion that the external world, what we have in the external world, really matters. And to a level, it does. It doesn't matter if you have a Rolls Royce versus a 2021 paid off Hyundai or Kia, which I don't have, but I may be soon I'm getting a car soon, and it's going to be, it's going to be protected. It's going to have cameras in it, and I'm letting you know this ahead of time before I do that I'm going to have all the supplies ready, and I'm going to do a video daily after that. Then if it's tampered with, you're going to have nothing to go on. These dumbasses, I don't even like, these dumbasses will go to that extra length to make sure that they can ensure that your vehicle is going to have issues. And I can show you several vehicles around this neighborhood that it's not only that they do move, it's not that I drive a lot, and it's that younger people may have to drive a lot because they're not retired, they're working, they're getting food, they eat more or whatever. I mean people that are in their 20s, 30s, whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just people. If you're not real old yet, I mean, you're more, and probably you're going to want to go out more. You're probably going to want to be out. And if you're targeted and you do have a car, you want to be out amongst the living, even though you're shunned and being excommunicated by the system. And then obviously the people that are in the system are human beings. Well, then obviously, like I said, go back to that hierarchy. And that's going to be found out. I already know what some of the hierarchies are behind these organizations, and they're people that control them. But it comes down to this too, is you're going to have to get to that point also where you just don't, not only do you not care about what this part takes care of it easily. You don't care about what they think. So that eliminates the directed conversation because you know what they're saying is not true. The slander campaign is all based on lies, and they're just using that to destroy your credibility, but they're also using it dangerously. So that does need to be, you can blow it off for now, but build up to catch it and receive and to identify the information that it's going to take to put these people away. And sometimes, pull the same game on them. Say, if you don't stop, I told them, I've recorded them before. And I said, and I'll even tell them, even if I'm not recording them, I'll say, you're being recorded right now to see what kind of response I can get. And usually the response is this: they hang right up. This is on a star 67 call. They'll hang up. By the way, Microsoft currently has the ability to uncover immediately in real time your phone calls. Just letting you know this. They have the capability of uncovering a private phone call. So if you call on star 67, you call like a strong database network like that. You call their automated. This is automated too, and I called their. It would have been freakier if it was a person that answered the phone and said, "Oh," and it was almost like they were doing this. And I think I mentioned this. I called this number to see if what would happen. I said, surely they're not going to be able to uncover a private phone caller. Sure enough, they were able to. And so, when some of these police officers too, and I know for a fact that they can track you and trace you. So when they ask on the question, when a police officer always asks, where are you at? They already know. They're trying to get this on recording of where you're at, but they already know where you're at. Even on a private phone call, they already know what your phone number is. They might not right away, but they do. And it's time that I cut bait. I've been in the cutting bait stage for a minute now, to where I'm out of here soon. I'm just vaping. I'm really done. I know in the last video I smoked a cigarette, and that's what they want you to do. Anything that's negative, they love, and they'll say, look, they smoke cigarettes or anything they can pick apart and pull apart. They're going to, oh, they smoke cigarettes. Oh, they drink and they smoke cigarettes. Oh, I guess they don't know the effects that while you're drinking and smoking, that creates a worse effect. They'll come up with anything and everything that they can, and you're going to have to ignore that, but you're going to have to find out on the more serious lies that they're lying about, like that are the violation of the HIPAA law, the pain that they've caused you there, the lies that they've caused you there, and they violated it this time by giving a release of information to a family member when I said specifically didn't sign. And this is Dr. Arrett at Community North. Dr. Arrett, remember that, is a criminal. Okay, he is a fucking criminal, And he told him everything that was going on with me, and I never signed him, that man. I signed him as an emergency contact. Well, this was an emergency, and he forced me to do it. I said, I don't have any references. I don't have any contacts. The guy forced me to do it. He said, you're going to sign something. I said, I don't have anyone, dude. I don't have any contacts at all, really. I have the contacts I do have are fake. My dad then went on to do this. He went on to, when I was in the stress center, this last time, he was gaslighting me in there, and he was also not only gaslighting, but also lying. He was also trying to get me to talk really loud about when he would gaslight me. And the place that I was in was loud because every time that people would go and do something, this is also where my ex-girlfriend was at. She was never my ex-girlfriend. But another time that I was there, and then this time there was someone from my high school that lied about being from my high school, and I walked around the corner. The door was opened a little bit, and this woman, right, under her voice, this is how she tried to draw me out to look crazy. Because think about it, you're in the stress center. She tried to draw me out, and she whispered. She goes, Mike. No, she goes, oh, Mike, or something like that. She goes like to make it seem innocent, like. And then I thought in my head, there's no one else here that knows my name or knows my face. It's that girl that's lying to me, and I don't even know her name. She lied to me about her name and where she went to school. She said, I went to Lapel Slicers. Fucking liar. I just saw her driving over there too, by in front of Meyer, when I was thinking about her. And I don't think she's attractive, but she started speaking in like this like Egyptian language or some weird, I don't know, language behind me. And then I looked at her. I said, what did you say? Nothing. She says, I wasn't even talking. She said, I wasn't even talking. She wasn't. Another way, in the way they can gaslight you in that situation, if they got you in that situation, and why that's really dangerous, is you can't be looking around, you can't be responding to their stimuli that they're even lying about the stimuli. That's how bad that is. They're saying, I didn't cause that stimuli. Basically, that's what they're saying. I didn't say that. I didn't cause a communication. I didn't verbalize something you heard. Yeah, you did. You keep doing it. And then when she went over, and they'll do shit like this, the thing that was dangerous at the counter with all the nurses and shit, she goes, oh, Mike. And she says it under her voice, oh, Mike. Or, damn it. She said something like, damn it. Or, come on. And it was like 2 words and then my name. And I go out there, and I knew she was looking at the front of the desk like there was nothing going on. And I was looking at what she was doing, and she was just looking like she was looking at the desk, kind of just doing nothing, just rubbing her hand across, just what she was doing, rubbing their hand across the desk, the table. And I'm looking at her like, oh, she's definitely, and she tried to then, when I was staring at her, she tried to, yeah. And then like she was talking, like trying to wait and then talk to one of the staff there. There was a good couple minutes where she was just sitting there doing nothing, completely zombified, looking like a limp noodle or what have you. And I mean, a lot of these people do. They don't have backbones. They have limp noodle mentalities, and they actually, when they move, the way their bodies are shaped, most of them are limp. And they don't have much muscle mass to them. And I could really, if they wanted to, they know. I had one guy tell me, I said, man, I said, McLean, I said, it seems like nobody likes me in the town, man. Why do you think that is? He's like, man, everyone's scared of you. And I was like, why? I'm good size, but I'm not like 400-pound dude, 300-pound dude. You know, he's like, I don't know. He's like, everyone's just freaked out, man. I'm like, I don't know why though. And that probably comes from some of the other douchebags and I'm not saying he is, but, and I'm not saying anyone else is, but this other guy would get on me, and say shit like, why do you always have your headphones in public? Or why are you just walking around with your headphones? And this guy, man, I mean, why are you wearing your headphones, wherever you go? And this guy is just total fairy too. He used to tell me, "Oh, he has such a beautiful six-pack," and he'd say it like he was gay. And I said, "Dude, where's your girlfriend?" Actually, I tried to hook up with this dude's girlfriend because, and I still could, because this dude is ugly. This dude is literally, if he thinks he's smart, I mean, he's really wrong. Okay. I mean, these people, man, some of them may be smart, and that's fine. I'm not saying you people that these dumbasses, some of them aren't actually something. I'm not saying that all of them are actually really, really, really stupid, but I'm saying what they're doing with their time against what we're doing with our time are two completely different categories of people. They're doing what could be useful. Some of the stuff, not much, but some of what they do could be useful, and most of it is not, like I said. And then the stuff we're doing is useful, and we're using it for the right way, and that's a big problem for them, because they either don't know how to do what you're doing, or they're mad that you do know how to do what you're doing, the way you're wording stuff, the way you believe and are viewing the situation. They want to basically take your momentum. They know that you have momentum. They know that you have the magnetism possible to do this. They know that you have the capability. They know that you have the you're seeing the opportunities. They know that they're trying to take anything in life that seems like a privilege, and they're trying to make you seem like you need to bow down to them, and that they feel like they're like your keeper. That's how these idiots feel. They feel like, "Oh, grab this for me," or "Do this for me," or come get this. No. I've had it with you people. I've had it with this town. Anyone that's watching this video, I've done with you, and you won't come talk to me because you're a chump. You're really low life. You're not scary. None of the targeted individuals are really scared of you people at all. Really, we're really not, man. And it's going to come down to, like, you either come at me, I'm going to hurt you. And my goal now is to find out when you're coming at me and you have ill-willed plans to come at me while I'm asleep, wherever I end up after this town, because I know they're planning their next ambush attack, or whatever you want to call it. Without sounding cliche, I mean, that's what it is. They're not planning like an all-out, like, gun war or anything, but they're planning just when are they going to do their next, when are they going to implement their next smear campaign attack? When are they going to leverage it? When is it going to blow? When are they going to blow the lid off of it again? When are they going to tamper? Oh, when is he going to get a car? I had one of them say, "Oh, when are you getting a car? Oh, you're getting a car?" I mean, who does that? It's like a zombie that like saw like a pizza roll. He's like, oh, like, dude, you need to become a human again, or a woman. You need to try to become a human again, and that is hard for you to have a human experience. You feel they're consumers, man. They all they think about is how they can consume. These people, how they can consume, how they can get one up on you. It's past the point of being competitive. They're taking cheap shots at you, and they want what you have. They want what you know, and they want to steal what you do. They want to steal what you know, and they want to use it for themselves. Even though they're ugly, they're not very good looking. They're not very prosperous. By their own doings, that they know that they need someone to help them understand something, or they need to steal it because they can't understand it, or they just don't care, and they know that they're not going to win in either of those departments, and they're going to try to hate on you, and they want to take your joy away. They want to take it. They are like vampires, man. They feed on the fact that they know that they have isolated you. They have taken a lot of different things from you, and they want you on their level. They want you to feel less than. And it's all fear tactics too, man. It's all about control, fear, power, control. It all amounts to control in one word. If you want to really get right to it and cut all the other crap out, they want control over you and for you in every aspect of a targeted individual's life. And that's just what it is. And you have to you have to fight back. And that may mean physically fight, or that may mean you're going to mentally have to fight this. Otherwise, it will drive you. If you let it will drive you to that point. If you're not being preoccupied, like I'm preoccupied working on other projects and stuff, and if you're too preoccupied, and you'll probably go through that phase, that stage, that sequence, where it consumes you, and you just have, you're just, man, you feel like it. I felt like this. You'll feel like this for a while too. If you even if you start working hard, here's how a lot of them, I forgot to cover this. Here's how a lot of them will deter you from work if you're living with one of them. They will block you. They'll start pounding on your door while you're working on something. It'll distract you. They'll try to say, this is a mess, or you're a mess. Are you drinking? Or what drugs are you on now? You're mental. You're crazy. You're out there. You're ate up. Or you smell like alcohol and you didn't even drink. That cologne's making me cough, making me sick. These are the kinds of responses you'll get. Or you'll be working, you'll be doing something, cleaning something. Oh, you missed this. You missed the spot over here. What is it wrong with you? Why'd you miss a spot? It's like, I fell asleep from sleep deprivation, and I didn't say what caused sleep deprivation because they're going to say it's paranoia. I said, well, I couldn't sleep from sleep deprivation. The stuff that I left out last night, I was going to clean that and do that immediately in the morning. They make note they naturally will also wake up before you. It's like a competition. They try to wake up before you so that they feel like they are more productive doing nothing. And now I've got some security measures set up that it's going to become very, they're going to notify me now. I have security measures that are notifying me of perpetrators. Take this very serious. And I know it seems a little cliche. I know it seems like they're trying to turn people into like being like a James Bond or so. It's not that, man. And who cares if you have to buy devices to protect yourself? That's the point of having them. Is to protect yourself. Would you rather be dead, or would you rather buy devices that protect yourself? I would rather survive and make it as difficult as possible for them to damage that device, steal it, alter it, put some sort of time loop in there in the device. Probably, if anyone's got any recommendations, if we should buy these type of devices for targeted individuals from Amazon.com, I don't know if that's a good idea, because I think they're highly involved with this. With that, I'm going to get off. Bye. Have a good one. Happy New Year.